Hey friends! Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to day 11 of Veda. What? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have filmed this video not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but this is the 4th time that I have filmed this video. So, fingers crossed that this one works out the way I want it to. Today's video is going to be a TBR cart tour. I think you can't even see it, but I promise I'm going to change the angle. We're going to go over some of these books and how I arrange my TBR cart. The TBR cart tour. So the first thing I want to show you is this little sign that I put on top most of the time. So it's dreams don't work unless you do. So that's cute. Then we have all of my book of the month books right here. These are my unread book of the month, and 2 of them I got actually in book of the month, and the other 3 I bought at the store. So let's start with the ones that I got in my subscription. There's The Dating Plan by Sarah Dessy. This has fake dating in it, which is one of my favorite romance tropes, and I cannot wait to enjoy that. And then the other one that I got is How Lucky by Will Litch. This was May's book of the month, and this is about this guy named Daniel who doesn't leave his house. I think he's wheelchair bound, and he works for a airline he's like basically the customer service rep. So mad customers call, and yeah, they deal with him. And then he kind of is a neighborhood watcher because he can't really leave. So he sees someone who he thinks is getting kidnapped, and this is like the aftermath. I heard that it's very funny. I'm interested to see how that kind of plot can be funny. And then these 3 are all thrillers that I've bought at the store that just happen to be book of the month editions. So there's The Lies We Told by Camilla Way. This I honestly got because Gabby from Gabby Reads recommended it. This one I got at the thrift store. It's Before She Knew Him by Peter Swanson. I got it because Peter Swanson is a very hyped author. And again, Gabby from Gabby Reads recommended it. And then Goodnight Beautiful by Amy Malloy. Goodnight Beautiful is about this husband. He is a psychiatrist, and his office is downstairs from the house that him and his wife live in. So when he has clients over and he's helping them, his wife is at the top of the stairs, like listening through a vent or just listening at the top of the stairs about his clients' lives, and there's supposed to be something thrilling about it, and I'm ready for it. This is where my arcs go. I'm down to only 2 arcs. If I read the 2 that are on my TBR for this month. But we're gonna say I only have 2 arcs left, which is great. If you don't know what an ARC is an advanced reader copy. So these books have not gone on sale yet, but I won giveaways or a publisher sent them my way and everything like that. So the first one comes out in August. This one comes out at the end of this month, August 31st. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. This is by a horror author who I just found this year. Actually, I just kind of started reading horror. Last year, I found my love for thrillers. This year, I've found my love for horror and romance. Totally opposite genres, but somehow I love them both. There is blood in the water. In the depressed rural lakeside town of Prufrock, Idaho, Jennifer, aka Jade, a 17-year-old half-Indian outcast, sees recent events that only her encyclopedic knowledge of horror films could have prepared her for in the latest novel from Stephen Graham Jones. And then my other ARC that I have is Sleepless by Rami Hosman. This one comes out in October. And all I know about it is that it's a thriller. It might be horror too. But it's, would you help your best friend hide a body? So your best friend comes to your door in the middle of the night and says, I killed someone, would you help me bury his body? Would you help them or report them or do neither of those? Let's move this around. So this is the back. This is the one that's up against the wall most of the time. These are finished copies of books that publishers and or authors have sent my way. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I know that I'm very fortunate to get these. So the first one is Three Single Wives by Gina LaManna. This one is about this book club of these women who find out that one of their husbands is cheating, and they come up with a revenge plot, some kind of revenge scheme, and I think that someone ends up dead. Then I have the Mary Shelley Club by Golby Mavowski. This is like a secret society club in a high school, boarding school. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to read this one and I wasn't loving it, but I do really want to finish it. I want to try it again, see if maybe it was just me. But it's supposed to be like horror, which is great. And then these two, I won on a Goodreads giveaway from the author, and she signed both of these books and personalized them to me. So, dear Alita, happy reading, Sarah Ecknos. So there's The Call to Sea and The Code of Destiny by Sarah Ecknos. The Call to Sea is about global warming and how it changes the world. So it could be the future. This one, The Code of Destiny, is about this clairvoyant who is getting pursued by the CIA to work with them on a case. This time we have a little surprise. Come here. It's not Jelly Bean, even though I know you're thinking it is. No, it's this little baby. Okay, fine, she's bigger than Jelly Bean. But this is Bella. Believe it or not, this baby is Jelly Bean's mom. Like, I mean, I'm his mom. I adopted him. But this is his birth mommy. Right, Bella? Right, Bella? These are all the summer books, like my summer TBR. I made a seasonal TBR, my first one ever. I'll link it up here. I think it'll be like on this side, but it might be either of them. So you can go check it out if you want to know what books were on here. Now we're down to my final 6. We have until September 22nd, but I think like at the beginning of September I'm gonna make another video like that, except for instead of summer TBR I'm gonna do a fall TBR. And if you'd like me to, let me know in the comments below and I'll do a fall book recommendations, because I've seen those too and I've never actually done anything seasonal until I made my summer TBR. I had so much fun with it, so I think I'm going to continue that every season. I'm just going to quickly go through what books are left at this time. I'm hoping to read, well, I wanted to read all of them, but we'll see if I get there or not. So there's The Love Wars by L. Allison Healer, Becoming Chloe by Catherine Ryan Hyde, A Map for Wrecked Girls by Jessica Taylor, Two-Way Street by Lauren Barnholt, You Are Here by Jennifer E. Smith, and All the Pretty Things by Emily Arsenal. So they're mostly like contemporary, kind of romancy, you know, or adventure stories, like road trips, things like that. I feel like that's the perfect time. The summertime is the perfect time to read those kind of books. My battery died on us, so if the angle changed, I apologize. But like I was saying, I'm not going to go into full details about what books are on this tier or the next one, because I have done videos explaining to you what books are on these lists as part of Veda. So like always, Veda, the whole playlist will be up above. Go watch it and come back and see me. But these are books that I've kind of lost interest in, that I don't think I'm going to read, so they have been put on a self-destructing list, which basically means from the day the video comes out, or came out, I have 1 year to read these books, and if I do not read them in 1 year, I'm never going to read them, so they're going to be unhauled. So far, with all of my self-destructing books, I have unhauled them before I even read them. So I hopefully picked books that I have some interest in, but I just need a little nudge to actually read them. There are a couple on here that I think are for sure I'm not gonna read, but this one, Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Part of me really wants to read that and part of me doesn't, so I have a year to read it. Then Thanks for the Memories by Cecilia Ahern. I really liked P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern, so I would like to read more of this author. I just never think to pick that book up. Now, let's go to the third tier, which you cannot see. But that's okay, because there is also a video of me talking about what books are right there. So, I think this was day 2 of Veda. I'm not 100% sure. But this one is my 5-star predictions that we did earlier, and that way I can just find my 5-star predictions really quick and take one. So, Gone Too Far by Natalie D. Richards is a 5-star predictions solely because of the author. Everything I've read by this author has been 5 stars for me. Kill Switch is a 5-star prediction because of the premise of the book. And then we have, I think we have 10 5-star predictions in total. So, that's fun. Then, on this side, which is, this is the side that's usually up against the wall, right here, I don't really know what to do with this side, or with this one. So right now I have most anticipated books, so they're not 5-star predictions necessarily, they're just books that have been on my radar for a very long time. These are all my most anticipated books that do not include thrillers, because thrillers are my most read genre, and they are the ones that I enjoy by far over anything else. So these are just the ones that don't fit into thrillers, but I'm super excited. So there's Heroine by Mindy McGinnis. I have seen this around for so long, and it's been on my want to read list for a very long time, because I kind of just want to understand heroin addiction a little bit more than I do. And I know it's fiction and it's like YA, but I love reading like the hard-hitting YA books like that. Speaking of hard-hitting YA books, let's do this next one, which is Something Happened to Allie Greenleaf by Haley Krishker. This follows this girl named Allie Greenleaf who gets raped, and this is the aftermath of that. Then I have this entire series, which is The Similars and The Pretenders by Rebecca Hanover. So it's like a secret society, forbidden group of friends in elite boarding school. Then there's They All Fall Down by Roxanne St. Clair. Every Girl Would Die to Be on the List. So it's like a YA mystery thriller, I think. If you're on the list, your life changes. If you're on it this year, your life ends. Then there's Neverworld Wake by Marshall Pessel. I heard that this was like a horror, a YA horror about this group of like 18-year-olds or 19-year-olds that meet at this mansion for a weekend of partying, and then people start dying. But I have since heard that there is some kind of time loop sci-fi element, so I'm not sure what to expect from this one. Okay, so our last one is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. This is a sci-fi that takes place in space, and if you're returning, then you know I don't read sci-fi, generally speaking. Like, sci-fi is not my jam. But somehow this one sounds so good because it's an isolation story. Kind of like a mystery thriller, contemporary sci-fi. I'm just throwing words out there now. But I think this girl was born in space, and everyone on her spaceship has died, and then she starts getting contacted from this random boy who he says that, you know, they should meet, and I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but I think she falls in love through like these radio signals they send each other. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, but you know, it feels like something, if I were to like sci-fi, this would be one that I think I would like. I'm going to show you the cover though, because it's so pretty. I don't even think you can see how pretty this cover is though. That was my TBR cart tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss a single day of Veda. And if you're new or you have missed a day or two, I will link the playlist up here. So go check out all of them and subscribe to my channel and come back and see me tomorrow. Thank you.